Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Getting myself organised. Totally unorganised. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. As usual, if you're there, to put a hello in the comments so that I can wave at you and be very good-mannered and say good morning or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Good morning, Jay. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Friday in November. How did that happen? I have no idea. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Tony. November. Oh, it's mad. I don't know where this entire year's gone. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Willow Moon. They do say that time goes quicker the older you get, don't they? My husband just looks stuck. Yes, it does. Yeah, blink and it's gone. Good morning. Good morning, Carlo. Good morning, Maria. Good morning. I think that says Sippins. Good morning, Xenia. Yeah, Pete is opposite me working hard, and Eric is fast asleep on the bed. He had a bit of a troubled night, bless him. We have house renovations going on, so the house downstairs is a little bit colder than it normally is because of, there's windows missing and all sorts of things. He woke up, Eric, at 3 o'clock this morning because he was cold. So I had to go down and wrap him in blankets. So he's a bit tired out this morning, bless him. Jane says, still nice and snug in the cupboard. I'm in our bedroom, actually. I've moved. I didn't like being in the broom cupboard. We've moved our desks into our bedroom. So I am looking at my husband at the minute. Their desks are back to back at the bottom half of their bedroom, or the half taking up half of their bedroom. So there is a bit more space. But if my husband's phone rings, we'll be stuffed. You'll have to listen to his phone conversation. But we're here. That's the important thing, isn't it? We're here. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Christine. Xenia says, the workers are just removing the old balcony door behind me and bringing a new one. Oh, because the first door didn't fit. Oh, oops. Good that they're bringing a new one, though. We have electricians in today and steel things going in today. It's all good fun. All good fun. That's my phone in at me. Good morning, Marit. Good morning, Kerry. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Stacey. Wow, lots of lovely people. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Rhiannon. Welcome, everyone. Very, very nice to have you all here. On Friday in November. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Christine. We'll give it a couple of minutes for everyone to find us, and then we'll make a start. I have still got a squeaky chair. Need a bit WD-40, don't. Maybe that's not the chair. Maybe that's my bones. I am getting old. You know how it is. So yes, we have. Jane says the Friday family gets bigger and bigger. It does, and I am just totally blessed to have you guys on board. It's fantastic to share the mornings with you and share views and listen to different perspectives and different ideas. Hopefully you guys learn something, and I've learned a huge amount in the it's a year and a bit now, I think, that I've been doing it. I've learned loads of stuff and got to know you all and made loads more new online friends, which has been absolutely brilliant. We have such a laugh on a Friday morning. It is, totally blessed to have you guys. Maria, you look very young. Thank you. Having been up with Eric at 3 o'clock this morning, I don't feel very young at the minute. It's all done with smoke and mirrors. Good morning, Andrea. So let's make a start, because I could waffle for hours just chatting with you all. Good morning, Jill. Forgot the clocks go back for you. Yes, they went back an hour at the weekend. Wondering where you were. Oh, good morning from Western Australia. Yes, the clocks went back last Sunday. Jane, let's get some of these up so that we can actually see them. Learned what a wonderful witchy community. Oh, we are absolutely blessed to have all of you guys. Everyone is so fantastic. Xenia, likewise, learnt so much from you all and also met lots of online friends. Absolutely. And don't feel lonely. That is fantastic. Thank you, Xenia. It is right back at you. It is, made so many connections over the last year and a bit doing these. It's fantastic. Good morning, Illyri. So I thought today I'd continue on last week's theme of household magic, bearing in mind that I still don't have access to any of my magical tools and bits and bobs. So I thought I would start with room by room and see what magic I could work. And the best way I thought about it was like the escape rooms. Let's just do that because that's on the mark, Christine. Group hugs to everyone. Absolutely. Eva, good morning, Eva. So great not to feel alone in my journey. Brilliant. Yep, we're all here for each other. Absolutely. So I thought today, think about this like one of the escape room things. If you had to work a spell and the only room available to you was the bathroom. So if you found yourself locked in some random bathroom and you had to work magic spells to get out, what would you use? If you had nothing with you, what would you use? That's this morning's chat. So I need your brains to work. I've got a list of things and I'll go through them and how I think you could work magic with them. So have a think and throw out your ideas. Jane says, oh, I'm slightly out of sync with the sound. I apologize for that. As long as you can hear me, that's all good. I think having all the building work is affecting our internet slightly. So let's have a look. All right, everyone's coming up with things. Oh, Jill, right back at you. And you. Yeah, ping pong. Eva says bath bombs. What would you do with them? No. What would you do with them? That's the thing. Herbal infused shampoos, shower, bath salts, water. Yep, lots of water. Yeah, Willow Moon says candles, essential oils, lots of water, toilet paper, and toilet. So let's have a look. Let's have a look through the things I've got. So if we start with the bath, a ritual bath, I think, is quite an obvious one. Add herbs, spices, oils to your bath water that correspond with your intent. We are probably used to doing ritual baths before rituals anyway. Whether you want to release and purify before a ritual or provide healing or love or any other intent, really, you can do that with a ritual bath. I do recommend popping the dried herbs, spices, dried flowers into a piece of muslin or an organza bag before you hang it over the tap, rather than sprinkling in the bath. It looks amazing when you fill your bath with rose petals, but if you've got to clean it out afterwards, not so much fun. The rose petals clog up the plug hole. So I like to tie them into a little muslin or use a face flannel. Tie them in a face flannel. Tie it up and hang it over the tap, and then you don't have to fish all the stuff out of the bath. Also be mindful when you use essential oils or oils to the bath water, because it can make the bottom and the sides very slippery. Health and safety. So that's the bath. So you can work all kinds of magic with that. And of course, the base of it is water, which is good for purifying, cleansing and everything. Leading on from that, I think, is the sink. Fill it with water, sprinkle in dried herbs or oils on the top. You could use it to scry with. You could scry in the water of your sink. Leading on from the sink and the bath is the plug. So this can be used as a means of releasing energy or removing blockages. Fill the bath or the sink with water. Visualize your issue, your problem, whatever it is that's holding you back or causing a blockage. Pull the plug out as a symbolic gesture and allow that to release the blockages. I don't know what they're doing downstairs, but there's lots of banging. I apologize for that. They're doing their job. They're getting on with it. Yep, Xenia says, visualizing the water on the shower clears unwanted energy away. Absolutely. It washes everything away with the power of water anyway, because that's what water does. It is purifying and it releases emotions too. Jane says that actually happened to me once. I had to sit with my legs dangling out of the window and ask a neighbour to get the keys for the house I was working in. Ended up being rescued by Tony the postman, who years later delivered. I'm laughing, but it probably wasn't very funny at the time. I'm glad you were rescued. Eva says herbal bath bombs. Yes, infused with herbs and intent. Herbal bath bombs have got all sorts of herbs and oils added to them, haven't they? There we go. Well done, Willow Moon. Yeah, excellent. Bath is a very big cauldron. Absolutely. Definitely. Claire says steam from hot water and mirror. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. The steam. Yes, the steam you could work with as well. If the steam steams up, if it's anything like my bathroom, the windows and the mirrors, you could draw sigils and symbols in the mirrors as well. Christine, I've used to have baths filled with rose petals or herbs, but now I've got a shower. Yeah, I do tend to shower more. I have lots of essential oil rinses. Used to sit in my bath and put all of my problems into the water. Yep, and sit and watch it all flow away. Now I watch it rinse away in the shower. I do. I think the shower's perfect for that. It's absolutely brilliant for washing away negative energy. The bath, I think, is very relaxing. And if you want to spend some time working on an issue, the bath is brilliant. But if you want to just wash that stuff away, then I think the shower, for me, is a better idea. Yes, Christine, loving the mock drumming from the builders. Yeah, they're taking stuff out today and putting steel things in. And yeah, it's what happens when you have the house pulled apart. I think as well, of course, if you are in the shower, you have shower gel. But you have shampoo, you have bars of soap. I did the whole, I'm trying to do the whole eco thing bit by bit. We don't have shower gel anymore. We have bars of soap from the very lovely Bewitched Botanicals. So all of our shower gels, all of our hand pump soaps, all are now back to the old fashioned bars of soap. But the Bewitched Botanical ones smell amazing. So you can use all of those things in magic. You can add shampoo, shower gel, and soap to magical workings if you want to. Shaving off pieces of soap and adding them to spell pouches works really well. They are obviously all forms of cleanser. So they clear, they cleanse, they purify. If you've got shower gels, shampoos, and soaps that have got not flavors, that's the wrong word, isn't it? Because you don't need them. Scents, that's the word I'm looking for. Then you can add in the magic from that plant. They might be peppermint scented or coconut or one of the flowers or herbs, whatever. You can add that magic into it as well. So don't just think about being in the shower and showering with the shower gel. Think about using shampoo, shower gel, and soap in other magical workings. Adding it to witch bottles and spell pouches. Probably don't want to add shampoo to spell pouches, but shavings of soap work really, really well. Let's catch some of these. Judy, it does stick to every part. It does. Eva, I saw a cool tip of using empty toilet paper rolls as burnable containers for spell. Yes, I've done that before now. Brilliant, because they are little cardboard tubes. Obviously, they are biodegradable and they burn. So you stuff all your bits and pieces inside the cardboard tube for your spell, and then you can bury it or burn it. It's a brilliant idea. Maria, sore subject, blockages. Yeah, we won't mention it. Sometimes use the shower steam for sigils. Yeah, perfect. I hadn't thought of that. That is a brilliant idea. Jane's on her being stuck in the bathroom. When Tony busted the door in and rescued me, I burst into tears. Why does that happen when everything's turned out all right? Relief. It's relief, Jane, I think. I can't believe you were rescued by the postman. That's a whole comedy of error. That's a comedy sketch, isn't it? Willow Moon, toothbrush and toothpaste for cleansing your mouth after having an argument or bad words with somebody. Nice. I have got toothbrush and toothpaste down here, but I hadn't thought of that aspect. That's brilliant. I thought the toothbrush could make a makeshift wand, perhaps. I also thought as you brush your teeth, you can visualize the toothpaste helping you with communication, to help you speak clearly and concisely, to help you communicate properly with someone, to help you get your words out. I could probably do with some of that today. Releasing any communication issues or blockages of speech. You could use mouthwash in exactly the same way. So yeah, brilliant. I hadn't thought of that, Willow Moon. That's excellent. Jane loves Bewitched Botanical Soaps. They are fantastic. Maria, I'm using Bewitched Botanical Scrub. It is magical in itself because the scrub does the cleansing and all the herbs and scents do work their magic as well. Xenia says, in addition to Willow Moon, also washing your face for cleansing after you've seen or read nasty arguments on the internet. Nice. Or not nice, obviously, seeing nasty things, but nice idea. Uncomfortable things outside. There's a joke saying after one reads something cringeworthy, wash your eyes out with soap. Used to be wash your mouth out with soap, wasn't it? If you swore to your mother, got your mouth washed out with soap. I never did. Yes, be careful with soap in the eyes. I think that's where face flannel comes into play. That would work very well for cleansing your face. I wrote down about flannels. Flannels and face cloths can be used to wrap your herbs and your spices and flowers in. But yes, also to wipe your face, to cleanse after seeing something. That would work very well. Toothpaste, mint, is it ruled by mercury? If so, it's good for communication. I can't remember. Have I got my book here? I got so much stuff here. There's a book somewhere with it in. We'll look it up later. I think mint, though, is quite refreshing, isn't it? It's got that cleansing scent to it. So it's really good it would be good for clearing the way for communication. Absolutely. Just purely by the scent. Maybe we should all think about buying a bamboo toothbrush to help the environment. We have bamboo toothbrushes. They're excellent. Although my husband says it's like, what did you say it was like? The bamboo toothbrush.
Cleaning your teeth with a cricket bat.
Says it's like cleaning your teeth with a cricket bat. I think because perhaps they're not as shaped and elegant as the plastic toothbrushes. Have you ever cleaned your teeth with a cricket bat?
No,
I mean,
to be truthfully honest.
Yes, we do have bamboo toothbrushes. They are very good. Hi Leslie and eye bath. Yes, eye bath would be especially in our house at the moment where it's full of dust. The eye bath is a bit of a lifesaver. Xenia, mint. Yes, mint because it is so clear and concise, isn't it? It cuts through things. So I think mint toothpaste, menthol is really. Side note. I had a mosquito bite a couple of weeks back and I didn't have anything to put on it. So I did my Google herbal remedies and it came up with toothpaste. So I put toothpaste on the mosquito bite and it actually really worked. Apparently it's the menthol in the toothpaste. It soothes it and calms it down. I was very impressed. Christine, got a bamboo toothbrush. Yes, they're not really angled or delicate like normal toothbrushes. They are quite chunky. It does take a bit of getting used to. Xenia has a sonic toothbrush. A Doctor Who and his sonic screwdriver. Excellent. Yes, you would need an awful lot of bristles to fill a cricket bat. You would. In fact, we've got a cricket bat in here somewhere. My husband has his cricket bat and his cricket balls by his desk. I don't know. Let's not ask. Yes, come on, give me your cricket ball. He has these on his desk, look. Bless him. Thank you.
You ever fondle them?
No, I don't need to fondle them. Thank you very much for the offer. He loves cricket, you might have guessed. Yes, toothpaste and the mosquito bites worked really well. I was very impressed. Eva, her mum used to put toothpaste on the bug bites as a kid. It does. It works really well. Thank you, Maria. Well done. Mint is the element of air and the planet of Venus. Air makes sense because it is that kind of scent, isn't it? It's that kind of clearing. So air, yes, definitely. I don't remember all of these associations because, you know, my head would explode. Oh, that's interesting, Larry. You can get bamboo heads for electronic toothbrush. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Good morning, Leslie. Now there's a thing. Jill uses a kid's bamboo toothbrush. Mine finds it more comfortable. That is a good thing to try. Yes, hadn't thought about that. The adult ones are quite chunky. Kelly says, I remember being about 6 years old and going into the bathroom to make spells. I'd take all the products, put them in a bowl and stir them. Yeah, I bet your mum was furious. I used to do that at the bottom of the garden with my friend. We used to have big washing up bowls of mud and leaves and sticks and things. It's saying here, you don't need expensive special products for every issue like mosquito bites. Simple household magic. Absolutely. Oh, that sounds nice. Can the toothpaste sound nice? Christine, I use a fennel and vegan toothbrush, but really hate that toothpaste has so much palm oil in them. Yeah, I have tried the toothpaste powders. I got one on the Etsy, and it was a little jar of toothpaste powder. I think it had clove in it. It was literally a powder, and you dip your toothbrush in the powder and clean your teeth with it. It actually worked really well, and it tasted quite nice. So yes, toothpaste powder is really good. Jane's confused. I'm always confused, Jane. Don't worry about it. Thought mint was ruled by Venus, but I read in one of Scott Cunningham's books about the connection with Mercury. Well, I think it's because correspondences are written down in books doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's right for you. All of these correspondences date back to the doctrine of signatures, and they were just associations. Someone decided that that one was associated with that, and that one's associated with that. So don't take it as absolute, solid that it has to be that. If you feel that it's more associated with one planet than the other, trust your intuition. Not that I am dissing Scott Cunningham because he was genius. I don't mean that at all. No disrespect whatsoever. But if you feel that something is more connected to something else, trust your intuition, because it different energies, different people. I used it in my peace dust recipe because it goes so well with rose geranium, all ruled by Venus. It sounds perfect to me, Jane. Absolutely perfect. Always, always trust your intuition. Good morning, Emma. Maria's been Googling. It's a strengthening herb that aids us in psychic and verbal communication and aids strengthen our words. This is mint, I'm assuming. Perfect. Thank you, Maria. Yes, do try the toothpaste powder. It did work really well. I got mine from a little independent on Etsy. It was very good. Maria's using hemp toothpaste. I have seen that. I haven't tried that one. Willow Moon. I used my mum's best china to infuse water with rose petals. I'd leave it in the garage and forget about it till it went mouldy. Ew. And my mum would have to hunt for cups. Rose petals in magic are fantastic. They are one of my go-to. They cover so many different intents. They are incredibly useful. Thanks for the advice. Oh, if something smells right, is right. Absolutely. I always say this. There are books. There are things. In my books, I give correspondences for things. There are, for want of a better word, traditional correspondences. And a lot of them do date back to the doctrine of signatures, where people, because a leaf looked like a lung, then they decided that that would work for lung medicine. There are lots of associations like that. So there are historic correspondences. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are rigid. You don't have to stick to them. Trust your intuition. If something feels right to you, then go with it. If it feels hinky, leave it alone. Absolutely trust it. Jane, mint toothpaste goes back a long way, back to the old ways. I don't know the history of toothpaste. I know they used to put all sorts of things on their teeth, didn't they, back in the day that, were quite horrible, charcoal and all sorts of things, I think. Anyway, so yes, toothpaste. Help with communication, help to speak concisely. I need a truckload of it today. And also, I think releasing any communication blockages or issues. And again, mouthwash could be used in the same way. So that's the bath, that's the sink, that's the plug. That's it. Thank you. Yes, Christine, you're right. It was soot, used to be used to clean the teeth. It's mad, isn't it, the things they used to. Maria says there's definitely clove in it. Yes, there was clove in the toothpaste powder that I used. It was very nice. I liked it. So bath, sink, plug, and the shower, obviously, for releasing. And don't forget shower gel soap used in other ways, not just in the shower. The other one I thought of, I went through the bathroom looking at all the things. Shaving foam. I think you could have a lot of fun with shaving foam because you could draw sigils. You could draw sigils or symbols on your face, on your body, in the sink, in the bath, and then they can be washed away. So you could draw a sigil or a symbol for protection or strength or love or prosperity with the shaving foam and then rinse it away. I think that would be quite fun anyway. Jane says, suddenly my bathroom routine feels totally magical. You can add magic to anything. You really can. All the everyday stuff. Yes. Watch out, Pete. Hide your shaving foam. Yeah. He's got very nice shaving foam. Actually, it smells nice. But I just thought, it would be fun to draw sigils and things with, because in the kind of spray can thing too, isn't it? So very directional. The other thing I thought about was plasters, sticking plasters. We use these for protection when we cut ourselves. So to me, they bring a whole heap load of protection magic. Makes sense to me anyway. The plaster could be added to any kind of spell to work about bringing protection. I think it could also be used to bring things together. It's sticky, and I think like a suture. That's where my mind was going. So the sticky plaster could bring things together, particularly the sticking plaster that you cut to size. That would work very well in any kind of magic to bring people together, to keep things together, to keep situations together. But I think mainly a plaster would be really good for protection. You could just literally drop the plaster in your spell pouch to bring about protection. Jane says, Laura Tempest Zarkov. Yes, she has a book about sigils, doesn't she? Very, very, very interesting subject to look into. I have got a talk on my YouTube about sigils, one that I did a while back. Xenia, love making everything magical instead of separating magical and mundane world. And I think for me as a kitchen witch, and particularly in my situation at the moment where I don't have traditional magical supplies, it's really pushed me to go into my whole kitchen witch, wild witch, use whatever you have to hand kind of situation. And everything around us can be used for magical purpose. Willow Moon has cacti and other plants in my bathroom. Excellent. You could draw on the plant spirit magic from the plants in the bathroom as well. Christine used to hide messages to the kids and other half when the mirror steamed up. They could read my messages. Yeah. I vague recollection of being told off by my mum when I was younger for writing boys' names in the steam on the mirror. Christine, now affirmations. Yes, affirmations when it steams up. I have got a mirror magic is a whole other subject. We could do a whole thing on that. I will cover it at some point. It's a reflective surface, so mirrors can be used for divination. Really good to use for shadow work, although that's a whole, again, a subject in itself. Seeking the truth as well. But I love the idea of putting affirmations on the mirror when it steams up. That's an excellent idea. Where did we get to? Right, shame flame plasters. Yeah, I've not done it before, but I will now be adding plasters to my protection spell pouches because I think that's, makes sense in my head anyway. The other thing I thought of was makeup remover. I did a whole talk on working magic with makeup a while back. That's on my YouTube channel. But I thought the bottle of makeup remover, although I actually have a tub of balm. I think that's such a bizarre word to say. It is balm and it removes your makeup. It's lovely. It smells like Turkish Delight. Another one from Etsy, Monopura, I think the company is. All handmade and it's all natural products. And it is like a balm and you just put it on all over your face and then wipe it off and it takes your makeup off, even your mascara. It's absolutely brilliant and it's all natural. And it smells like Turkish Delight. So big bonus there. I suspect that's the geranium oil in it. But makeup remover could be used to wipe away any kind of glamour and help you really, not your own, beauty, but a glamour as in revealing to see the truth. So if you are concerned about a situation or you think someone's lying to you or covering something up, you could visualize that situation and wipe with the makeup remover to reveal the truth. Again, that made sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Xenia has a Venus and Bast statue in the bathroom for beauty magic. Nice. And also Bastet is she of the ointment jar. Yes. Perfumes that I have in the bathroom jar. I didn't think about perfumes. Perfumes are a whole other thing as well, aren't they? I think I covered perfume in the makeup talk, actually. But again, they are made up from different scents, different plants, and they've got all of that magic that comes in with them as well. Maria, the only plants I have is mold and spores. Yeah, I must admit, we do have quite a steamy, yucky bathroom sometimes. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, with bathrooms? Jane, there's a big pot of aloe vera in my bathroom. I love that name. Aloe Vera. Yeah, I'm not good at accents. Great when we cut ourselves shaving and for squidging on Sandra Sandra's the cat, just for those that don't know, when she gets flea allergy dermatitis. Oh, I hadn't thought of putting aloe on pets. That's good. Flea treatment makes her fur fall out. Oh, poor little thing. Herbal remedies are best. Excellent. Yeah, aloe is a good plant to have in the kitchen as well, isn't it, for burns and things. Now Zenny is thinking of magic to make with mold. I suspect that would be for people that you don't like. That would definitely work. Christine bought one of those scent things with the little sticks in and tipped it over. Oh no, and it stripped off the paint on the wood. Yes, because there's probably some quite strong things in there. I've never found those things to be very good at smelling, to be honest. They have, yes, the little bamboo stick things, don't they, in a pot of oil. Some makeup remover for removing glamour. And, of course, to the toilet. It was mentioned earlier. The toilet has got to be the classic for anything that needs to be removed. Write a person's name or a bad habit or an issue you want to be rid of on a piece of paper. Flush it down the toilet. Now, in today's eco-friendly world, I would suggest actually writing it on the toilet paper. Toilet paper in itself is a whole eco nightmare. If you have got a few pennies spare, because it is slightly more expensive, you can buy the eco-friendly toilet paper. But, got to work within a budget. But I would suggest, rather than flushing pieces of paper down the toilet, actually write the name or the issue on a piece of toilet paper. Flush it down the toilet. Obviously, with all of these situations, you need to add your intent to it and your visualization. So when you write the person's name on the toilet paper or the piece of paper, see that person in your mind's eye, see the situation, see the bad habit. As you throw it into the toilet, let go of it. You've got to cut that tie. And as it flushes, just see it all disappearing, all going down the tubes, and cut those ties with it. just throwing the piece of paper in the toilet and flushing it is not going to do anything on its own. You need to add your will and intent to it as well. So get those visualization skills working. Good point, Leslie Ann. The scents, a lot of the scent things that they sell, some of the scent sticks, that's not easy to say. It feels like I need new teeth. Scent sticks. A lot of those plug-in air freshener things are really, really hazardous to the health of your pets. So do be careful. Even some of the cheap scented candles as well are really, really bad for, well, probably for your health as well, but definitely for pets as well. So do check, do be careful. Jane's going to need a lot of toilet paper. Well, it's all on one handy long roll, so you can just write a really long list. Get rid of it all in one go. Christine, I'm shocked. Christine is ashamed to say she did use to clean the loo with her ex's toothbrush. He was a nasty person. That's just, but evil, just. Xenia says, also organic essential oils can be poisonous for pets. Yeah, if you've got pets, you have to be really careful about what you're putting into your air. I think for us as well, some of them are quite icky, aren't they? So yeah, it's worth checking if you've got pets for anything that you fill the air with. Jill says, plug-in air fresheners can cause fires and depression in some people due to the chemicals. It's scary what chemicals are in there, isn't it? If you look at the list on the labels, it's quite frightening. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Christine says, drop a few drop of vodka, few drops of essential oil and water in a spray bottle. Yes, that works really well, doesn't it? I don't have alcohol in the house because we don't really drink. Oh, no, I have got a bottle of spiced rum that I had for a birthday, but that's mine. But we don't tend to drink very much. So we don't have a lot of alcohol in the house, although I did buy a bottle of vodka to make vanilla extract, and it's brilliant. I highly recommend it. If you use vanilla extract for baking, if you use a lot of it, it's quite expensive. Buy a bottle of vodka and some vanilla pods and make your own vanilla extract. It's so brilliant and so easy to do. But yes, you can make a freshening spritz spray. You can use just distilled water, which is boil a kettle of water, let it cool, put the water in the bottle, add a few bottles of essential oil, and you've got a really nice air freshener. As Christine says, if you add a few drops of alcohol, vodka, for instance, it keeps longer. But that's a brilliant. Yeah. This is the stick scent things. Yeah, I haven't had one for a long time, but I've never found them to be very useful. Christine says, never use tea tree oil near pets. Yeah, there are some that are much worse than others, aren't they? So just give it, think a little bit about it. Jane, if you've got pets and someone gives you a bouquet that includes lilies, yeah, they're a bit evil, aren't they? Snip off the polleny bits from the lilies and get rid of them. They are really dangerous for cats. They also get on everything. If you get that pollen from the lilies on your clothes, it's really difficult to get off. Jill says, if you're looking for essential oils that are safe to use around pets, there's a website that's called The Lavender Cat. Oh, thank you. Lots of good information. Excellent. Thank you, Jill. Good recommendation. So toilet, yeah, get rid of it, flush it away. But remember to add that intent to any of these to help release it. The other thing I thought of is scissors, probably nail scissors and nail clippers we have in the bathroom. I think they're really good for cutting ties, cutting the cords that bind us to negative people, that attach us to toxic situations. Nail clippers, scissors can all be used to cut those ties. And I actually thought if you've got dental floss, you could visualize a dental floss as that cord, that tie to your other person, to the other situation, to whatever it is that you don't want to be associated with anymore. Again, add your visualization and your intent to it, and then cut it with the nail scissors or with the nail clippers and release it. Let it go. Break those ties. but all with things from your bathroom cabinet. So it's about thinking a little bit outside the box, but it's about thinking about the associations that these things have and applying that to magic. Eve says, I have lily of the valley through the garden of the house we bought. I'm trying to get rid of it since it's so toxic. They do spread. Yeah. They are a little bit of a thug, aren't they? Beautiful, but quite a flood. Yes. Flood? Thug. You can tell I've not had much sleep, can't you? Jill, you could use the dental floss for knot magic. Absolutely, you could. Tie your knots in to seal your intent, and you've got a piece of knot magic, all from a bit of dental floss. Useful stuff. See, useful stuff. So that was kind of my list of things. Well, here's an interesting. Yeah, if you've got that's my list of stuff. If you've got anything else in your bathroom, throw the ideas out there, and we'll see what we can do with it. So, athlete's foot powder. Well, it's feet, isn't it? So it is tied to feet. So I'm thinking grounding. I'm also thinking you could add athlete's foot powder to hot foot powder, the hoodoo trick that's for protection and removing people from your circle, from your situation. You could add athlete's foot powder to that. That would be quite useful. Christine says to treat athlete's foot. Well, there is that too. Eva, hair from the hairbrush has power. Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, because your hair. Well, that as well, of course, in the bathroom, you'll probably find nail clippings as well. Oh, dear. I definitely need coffee today. In the bathroom, you will also find nail clippings and hair. All of those things have such a strong personal connection. So if you've got a nail clipping or a piece of hair, then it ties the energy of that person into it. So if you are working a spell for yourself, then nail clippings and hair work really well to make that connection. If you're working a spell for someone else, you can use a piece of their hair or their nail clipping. Make sure that it's the right person, though. You don't want to get the nail clipping or the hair of the wrong person to work your magic for or with. But what can you do with the hairbrush itself? Interesting. My brain's empty. So if anybody can think, oh, here we go. I just saw on there about the hairbrush. Jane says a hairbrush might be a blessed relief after using a cricket bat. Thank you. Yeah, hairbrush. I have to think about that one. If anyone can have a think about what you could work magic, I think you could use it as a kind of wand or an athame, maybe, because it depends what shape it is, but it is generally long, isn't it? My hairbrush is actually wooden, so I could probably draw on the energy of the wood as well. Brushing, it's the action of brushing, isn't it? Removal, releasing again, you're brushing out things, tangles and knots. If you're brushing your hair, then you are releasing blockages, you are untying tangles. Yeah, I think it's got a kind of releasing thing to that. Christine says, I can't believe we're talking about athlete's foot powder made from fuller's earth, so it could be volcanic earth. I have no idea. Yes, you could. I would check the ingredients on it, because you might get a clue to the magical properties by checking the ingredients. Leslie Ann, athlete's foot powder is antifungal. Yeah, so could try it on the mold somebody mentioned. Yes, on bathroom mold. And it is antifungal, isn't it? So there's probably a magical connection there, isn't there, for removing and getting rid of things. Xenia says, hairbrush for bringing things into order, organization and order. Yes. Taming your mane. Yep, Emma, I'm with you on that one. Brushing away negative energies. Yeah, I think that's a perfect use for it. Oh, Eva, I'm totally jealous. Eva has a boar bristle hairbrush. Very jealous of that. Yep, Leslie, untangling a situation. I think it would, wouldn't it? Because as you brush, that's what you're doing. Yep, Jane says hairbrushes for untangling and smoothing things out. So it could symbolically smooth out a messy situation. Absolutely. Yep, Maria says brushing away your problems, brushing in your intentions. I like it. Yes, because you could remove on one side and bring in on the other side. Definitely. Jane says, my wooden hairbrush with real bristles belonged to my nana, and I always think of her and talk to her every time I use it. I love it. What a nice connection. Jill, athlete's foot powder is also good for itching. Yes, it relieves an itch, doesn't it? It relieves a scratch. There's a magical connection there too, isn't there, about relieving something, calming a situation, maybe soothing a situation. Yep, definitely. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, Maria. What Maria said. There's the earth inside it. Christine, I have a bamboo hairbrush, much kinder than the bamboo toothbrushes. Yes, I went to a wooden hairbrush when my hairbrush needed replacing, because so many hairbrushes are plastic. I swapped when I needed a new one to a wooden hairbrush, doing my whole eco thing. Hi, Veronica. Loving this. It's just about thinking outside of the box, isn't it? It's another way of, I don't think witchcraft should cost a huge amount of money. So for me, it's another way of bringing out your kitchen witch and doing working magic with things that you've already got around the house. It is a huge subject. There is a book, going to be a book on it, obviously, because, that's what I do. But that's quite way down the line because I've got lots of others to write. But I thought it made sense to try and focus on each room to see, literally just looking around the room and seeing what items are in there that we could work magic with. I think the bathroom in particular is a watery element kind of place, obviously, because you have the bath, the shower, the toilet, the sink is very much water focused. But I think with the steam that is produced, you get another dimension to it as well. I also thought about towels. Towels I used, obviously, once we've had a shower or a bath. I think they're quite comforting. I think a towel would be bring a quite comforting energy to it. It's absorbent. So I think about absorbing maybe negative energy. You could use the towel to absorb the negative energy and then chuck it in the wash so that it removes it all. It's just about thinking how these things work and how they are associated with things. Xenia says, as for soothing and healing, also soothing facial cream and body lotion. I talked about that in the makeup one that we did. But yes, absolutely. All of these products are for soothing the skin, aren't they? So you could put a few drops of your face cream or your body lotion into a spell that you're working to soothe or calm a situation. It is thinking about working this stuff with your body, but also about using it in a magical situation. So adding it to witch bottles or spell pouches, things like that. Moisturizer is really good, just to add a few drops to a spell to soothe or calm a situation. Jane says, witches are supposed to love bubbles and fizz. Bath bombs are perfect for this. Have you noticed Lush seem to produce bombs to soothe the Sabbats? They do, don't they? They do, but they are really expensive. I don't use bath bombs, I must admit, because I don't bath very often. That sounds dreadful. I shower all the time. But do have a look. If you're looking for bath bombs, do have a look. Which botanicals do them on occasion, but do have a look on Etsy as well for handcrafted ones made by small independents. There's a whole load of them and they're all got different ingredients and you can tie them into your intents, like into the Sabbats. You can tie them all in. Xenia, towels for hitchhiking. Absolutely. Don't forget your folded towel. Unless you understand Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you're not going to get that one. Christine's there. 42. Jane, towels rub off the last of the dirt. Then that dirt goes down the plug hole too when the towel is washed. Yes, like a final rinse. It is about rubbing away that final bit. Yeah, absolutely. They do. Jane says, Bewitched Botanicals do bath bombs in little tiny cauldrons. They are amazing. And you just drop the cauldron in the bath with the bath bomb in it, and then you can reuse the cauldron afterwards. They are excellent. They are indeed, Eva. Bath bombs are also very easy to make. If you have a look at the Kitchen Witch blog, I think Heather made bath bombs, and she's put a recipe on there for how to make them. They are also, there's a recipe for them in my Curative Magic book, I think, as I recall. Christine made a witch's ladder for the bathroom and stuck some seashells and crystals on a piece of driftwood, bringing the magic from the sea. Perfect. Seashell heart and also a goddess with little fishes painted on. Brings me to imagine being at the seaside. Magic memories. I have such a strong connection to the sea. That sounds perfect, Christine. Absolutely perfect. And I think it has, doesn't it, with such a watery connection. The sea and the bathroom just go hand in hand. Eva, in the Herbal Remedies class, we need to make bath. Yes, if you're a student on Kitchen Witch, the Herbal Remedies class, you need to make bath salts. Jane makes bath bombs with popping candy for my grandson because he's blind and needs sensory. Oh, how perfect. What a good idea. That's absolutely fantastic. Brilliant idea. Maria says towels are also for covering and warming you up to feel protected. Yes, protection as well from the towel, isn't it? That brings in the protection side of it as well. So many brilliant ideas here with using just normal items. Christine has made some curtains covered with seahorses. I think they are such magical creatures. I love seahorses. Do you know why I love seahorses? Because the males have the babies. It's the male seahorses that give birth. I think that is just perfect. I think that's how it should be. But they are amazing creatures, seahorses, aren't they? They're very mystical. They're kind of, you look at them and you think that's got to be made up from some kind of fairy story. They are amazing, particularly as they have, the men have the babies. Xenia has a witch's ladder with seashells in my bathroom and a surfboard sign, both bought in Brighton. Do love Brighton. We were there a couple of weeks ago. Haven't put it up with magical intention, but they always remind me of Brighton and lovely holidays and bring good vibes every time I see them. I think the bathroom is perhaps the same as your kitchen or any room in your house, really. You need to feel comfortable in it. So anything that you can add that brings that good vibe, the good memories, will add to the magic of the room anyway. It will add to the energy. Jill, thanks for sharing. I have a nephew who's autistic and he needs sensory stuff. That's a brilliant idea, isn't it? With the popping candy, that's an excellent idea. Yes, humans are descended from sea creatures, yet women have the babies. What went wrong? I think it's mostly the females that have babies, and it's just seahorses that are quite unusual. Emma uses toilet rolls, the cardboard bit, for crafting. So I was thinking they could be used for bringing things together. Yes, we always used to make things out of toilet roll tubes and kitchen roll tubes when we were kids. That's what we always used to use for different crafts. Yeah, used for bringing things together. It's about you making that association to the item. It has to be perfect for you. It's no good me saying to you, use this item, use soap, use it because it's cleansing. Add it to your magic spells for cleansing if it doesn't resonate with you. So it is all about making these personal connections and how you see it. Sally loves Brighton. Our daughter's getting married in Brighton next year. So we've been backwards and forwards to Brighton a lot recently. They do have lots of hagstones on Brighton Beach. Luckily, Southsea Beach, which is a spit from me, has lots of hagstones as well. But yeah, Brighton's a fabulous place. So I think it's about getting to know your own bathroom. Obviously you do, but looking at it from that magical point of view, opening your bathroom cabinet and thinking, oh, I've got that and that and that. What can I use that for? What magical connection does that make? And looking at things like shower gel and plasters and soap and thinking, yep, I could use that for cleansing my body, but I could also add that to a spell for cleansing, for purifying. If you have run out of peppermint oil or dried peppermint and you need some mint for a spell, add a squirt of toothpaste. It's got the same magical properties. So it's about thinking about using stuff that you've already got, so that you don't have to spend a fortune on buying all kinds of expensive ingredients. Jane uses toilet roll tubes to cram herb twigs in to make smudge sticks. Holds the twigs and leaves together so I can gradually push them through the tub as I bind them with thread. What a brilliant idea. That is absolutely brilliant. Love it. That's a fantastic idea. I've also seen the toilet roll tube stuffed with twigs and paper and things to use as kindling to get a fire started. Leslie has never found a hagstone, would love one, but I've no luck there. Leslie, message me. Message me, Leslie. We'll get your hagstone to you. They're not found on every single beach. I have noticed that there's a whole geology thing going on there, isn't there? South Sea Beach near me has hagstones and shells. Lovely beach down in Charmouth has lots of fossily bits, actually, has loads of sea glass, which is amazing to work magic with, but doesn't have any shells. So I think it depends where you are and what coastline you're near, what the type of coastline is, what the type of stone is, the whole geology thing of it, as to whether you'll get hagstones, sea glass, shells. It's a whole geology thing. Tilly says Lyme Regis is full of them. Yes, Lyme Regis has got loads of sea glass as well. That's just around the corner from Charmouth, isn't it? Yep, Jane, Hailing Island has squillions of hagstones. Same coastline as South Sea. Yep. That's interesting, Leslie. Scotland seems to be lacking in hags. See, I think of Scotland as home of the hag. So to not have hagstones seems strange. Just message me, Leslie. We'll sort you out. I think that's pretty much it. I would encourage you to go and look in your bathroom now and to have a look and see what you can find. Brighton is full of hagstones, not so much. No, I've never noticed any shells either. No, there's no fossils there either. I think it's Lyme Regis, Charmouth, all of that area is the Jurassic Coast, isn't it? So it is full of fossils. Jane says the hags got there first, Leslie. They did. Yeah, it does. It does depend on the area. Oh, Leslie is making a I'm not even going to try and pronounce that because I know Leslie Ann will cringe at my pronunciation of the Scottish word. So, Leslie, that one's for you. I look outside, think outside the box, look at everything in your mundane world and see how you could work magic with it, because everything has a magical property. Everything can be used in a magical way, and it will save you money, probably give you a laugh in the meantime, but help you connect really with your house, with your home, with the items there, and to see things in quite a different way. Magical and mundane should be the same. We should go hand in hand. So it's about thinking about all of the stuff in your household, in your mundane world, that ties in with magic, really. There's lots of stuff there. It's just about yes, you are. I hope you are. I hope your bathroom is going to be completely different, viewed completely different. Trudy's the same. Yeah, don't just, I started with the bathroom today. We can look at other rooms further on. Yeah, thank you, everyone. It is about, yes, have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Think outside the box. Maria says, I love your Sulis. Yes, let's just point here. This Sulis. This is from Naomi Art, nomart.com. My Sulis hanging. She is beautiful. Your bathroom is full of magic. Your bathroom was full of magic beforehand. It's just about tapping into it. So go explore your bathrooms. If you do think of any more ideas, if you do think of something that you find in your bathroom and you think could be worked with magic, pop it on the comments to share with everyone, and we all learn from it, hopefully. I've definitely learned some stuff today, so thank you for that. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. I have an online book launch, and I can't remember the date of it. It's November. I'm just heading to my diary. My husband's now panicking because I forgot to remind him about that. There, Sunday the 21st of November, 7 p.m, an online book launch. I'm going to be talking about the Triple Goddess. There will also be a book giveaway. It will be streaming live to my YouTube channel, to my author page, and to the Moonbooks Facebook page as well. So if you are free, do join me for that. Otherwise, I will see you next Friday as well. Have a fantastic weekend. Eva's off to bake some pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. Eva, I'm coming to your house because I don't have a kitchen at the moment. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Thank you, as always, for joining me. And